Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Fallen Forward Financial. Just an update here on GM. They've been having a great last 3 months. And you can see it's here up over 19%, a little bit over $10, and I got into it at $51.83, and it's just been slowly climbing up since then. Again, this is GM, General Motors, ticker GM. And you should be able to buy this on any major brokerage. You can see I have it here on Robinhood. Currently have 3 shares in this account. I have more in a retirement, and should have bought more on the dip in here, but I didn't. So just kind of waiting to see what GM did. After I bought it, it went down, I think 28 or so, and it's been on a steady climb since then. So I can go back here and take a look at the 1 year. So it's up over 118%. I could have got into it last July at $25 or $23.42 back in 1st of July. So had a great run over the last year. If you don't know what GM is, I'm sure you have one of their cars or have had maybe in the past, unless you're a totally Ford person. But they make quite a few different cars, Cruise, GM Financial, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. They used to have Pontiac, Oldsmobile, all those old ones that they got rid of, but they've been around since 1908. Market cap of $90 billion, average volume of 18.50 million. And got great ratings on this one, 86%. I've done videos about them in the past, and they're got about 20 to 30 EV different models coming out, so definitely something to watch. Here they have earnings coming up on August 4th, and it looks like they've beat earnings the last, well, it looks like every time. This was right on, beat. So we'll see. I'm sure they will beat in August, and see what that does to the stock price as well. Here's a dividend, so it looks like it pays 38 cents per share. So for you dividend investors looking for an income to get off of this one, so $1.14, that was quarterly. So if you put a 0 behind that, you'd be just figure out that way. Or there is a really nice calculator on TD Ameritrade that you can type in the ticker, the amount of shares, and it will tell you what it's going to spit out in dividends, which is a really nice feature. So here's where I bought mine back in January 3 at $35, and there was $1.90 in dividends. So it looks like I had 5 shares at one time, so I don't know what happened to the other 2. But anyway, moving on. I got some information that just came out. Here's another look on bar chart. Open the day low at 62.48, the high of 63.73, and here's the previous close, 63.46. And feel free to pause and go over the rest of the information there for yourself. Shares outstanding, annual sales, and annual income. Notable Thursday option activity on GM, Twitter, and Ford. Ford is up as well. On yesterday at 2, among the underlying components of the S&P 500, we saw noteworthy options trading volume today in General Motors, where a total of 269,839 contracts have traded so far, representing approximately 27 million underlying shares. The amounts that amounts to about 172.4% of GM's average daily trading volume over the past month of 15.7 million shares. Particular high volume has seen the $60 strike call option expiring on June 18, 2021. So if you're looking to get into options, or if you already did this option, go ahead and list that in the comments as well. So it's at a $60 strike, and we are already at $62.89. So some people might have already taken profits if you already did a option on that one, but here you can see it got above the $60 price, and of course this is from yesterday, so we've already went past that. And here's some information on Twitter. I don't own any Twitter currently. And Ford showing a $15 strike with a June 4th expiration. And here's a look at Ford. I've done videos on Ford in the past. Last year, possibly right after the pandemic, I bought a bunch of Ford shares at $5 and change, and I think some was right at the $5 mark. I've always held Ford. I have a couple hundred shares. It was paying a dividend. I still don't believe they are, so whenever that kicks back in, that would be awesome, but it hasn't happened yet. So GM sees significantly better first half 2021 results to ramp up production. One day ago, General Motors experts first half of 2021 financial results to be significantly better than forecast, early as a semiconductor chip deliveries pick up in the second quarter. The Detroit-based company also said that it would ramp up production of large and mid-size pickups, producing about 1,000 Chevrolet Silverado HD and GMC Sierra more every month, starting mid-July, and increasing shipments of Chevrolet Colorado. And I like the looks of the Colorado. It's kind of a in-between the old S10 that they used to make and the full size. So the Colorado is a very sharp looking truck, I believe. And the Canyon's the same thing. To buy about 30,000 units mid-May, so very attractive looking truck. So but I do not have one, so maybe someday. And feel free to pause and go over the rest. So demand for the new vehicles has risen during the pandemic, for consumers prefer to travel by their own cars than using public transportation. The company said it was optimistic for the full year and expects to share more information during the second quarter earnings conference call on August 4th. It had previously told investors it expected adjusted earnings before interest and taxes for the first half to be around $5.5 billion. And moving on, GM stock ends at a record after automaker says first half will be significantly better. And this is just 15 hours ago. We already kind of touched on some of this. So significantly better first half of 2021, and maybe we'll see a $70 stock price, or $65 at least, out of this one. So I don't know what she's working on here, but that just looks huge. That's got to be a good size engine there. So moving on here, GM reiterated that it will resume the production of full-size pickup trucks at a plant in Canada, and said it is ongoing efforts to sidestep chip shortages, as well as some chip deliveries being received ahead of schedule, have improved the outlook. And so they're all, like I said, they have about 20 to 30 different new EVs that they're working on, so that should see a boost in the stock price as well. A lot of people have been watching, like NIO. I mean, I have too, so not to point the finger. When you point the finger, you got three pointing back at you, but I am a NIO shareholder, Xpeng, Li Auto, Workhorse, and so on, Tesla. But you can't discount GM at all, and Ford, so they're going to be doing big and better things here in the days to come. They were kind of slow to the EV market, and compared to like Tesla, NIO, and them, kind of like Walmart was slow to e-commerce, comparing it to Amazon. So just throwing an analogy out there, something for you to think about. But I really like that picture of her working on whatever she's doing there. So Moving on here over to Yahoo Finance, General Motors Company, GM raising first half guidance, suggests full year guidance increase coming in August. And so they emerged from bankruptcy of General Motors, the old GM, in July 2009. GM has 8 brands and operates under 4 segments: GM North America, GM International Cruise, and GM Financial. The United States now has 4 brands instead of 8 under old GM. The company remains the market leader in the United States, was 17.3% in 2020. GM Financial became the company's captive finance arm in October 2010 via the purchase of AmeriCredit. Over here to Reddit. See if we can find any other juicy details on GM. Player empowerment in today's NBA. I think players have all the leverage in every situation. I think it's the worst thing that ever happened to professional sports on all levels. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, so according to sources, Rodgers has mocked in group chats, teammates, Green Bay. So not really any relevant information that I can see. Here it is, StockTwits, so that's almost, it's on its way to tripling. The last 52-week low, 23.23 to 63.68. So very nice. Nothing that I was ever assuming for GM. Otherwise, they would have bought some more. But I was just kind of conservative about it. Ford GM has never really moved all that much. I used to trade Ford at the $9 range, and then it dipped, and now it's climbing. So I just sit back and hold it. So that's what she said. So moving on here, Move a Monday graphic. It seems like I've talked about that here on the channel. I'd have to double check that one, but Tesla, just wait. And that's a good question to go back and research that one. $63. I can't remember what it was, so I always remember it being a $28 to $35 stock. Sometimes it would dip and it just kind of fluctuate in there. Ford, like I said, it was a $7 to $9 range, and always tried to buy the dips on that one, and still holding it. So, but that's over here on Tip Ranks. 62.93 is what it's currently at, with an upside of maybe 10%. We'll shoot for 10%, but it's showing 9.38% upside to 68.83, showing a strong buy out of 13 as 11 as a buy, so that's excellent. High of 80, low of 60, so they don't see this dropping a whole lot. So, but that's all that I have on GM. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis and how many shares you have, and any other favorite EV plays you out there, or if you like Ford better, I might be working on a Ford video later as well. So I've already done quite a few GM and Ford videos, so you'll just have to check those out in the library. So, and if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel and get the videos out to more people. I'm trying to hit 1,000 here as soon as I can and take it all to the next level. So, and I thank you for all the support on the channel. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.